You are all probably aware of the Bitcoin vs XRP foolishness that has been going on for the past few weeks. In reference to the ongoing debate between Bitcoin and XRP, I did create a video earlier today. We seem to be spending a lot of time and energy, and many of these conversations just end in nothing. So I want you all to know what's really going on in this place. The back and forth is the same. Okay, I want us all to concentrate on the facts here, XRP's this, XRP's that, Bitcoin's this. I want us to genuinely pay attention to what's happening. It's obvious that utility is the main priority at the moment, regardless of whether we adore Bitcoin or not. I do believe that all of the discussion surrounding Bitcoin and the XRP vs Bitcoin debate is only a major diversion from the important issues. Now, I really want to talk about what's happening in the EU at the moment in this video. Indeed, the ECB has formally announced the impending event. Everyone, welcome to the channel. Nick is my name. If you are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe by the end of this video. In case you haven't heard, Caleb and Brown have one of the greatest exchanges ever. Go sign up, guys. Give this exchange a try, 24/7 client service. The best exchange for investors in the US. And you know what? Completely regulated. Exchange that is fully regulated. Give it a try. Stop using it if you don't like it. Perhaps it will become your new favorite exchange if you guys enjoy it. In the description below, I've included a link. Take a look. I have been using them for a while now, and I've been pleased with the results. Hey, it might end up becoming one of your new favorite conversations. Having said that, let's discuss the current state of affairs in the European Union. First, there are still a lot of Tether delistings. Going all the way back to May 2024, Kraken was one exchange that was debating whether or not to delist Tether and other stablecoins that were truly in the EEA region by March 31st. This is crazy because, as I mentioned earlier, Kraken was one of the first significant exchanges to start sort of throwing this notion about what are we going to do? We have been working on this for a little while, but we didn't believe it would happen. We are aware that Miko will arrive. Additionally, we now have assurance that Tether and other stablecoins will be delisted. I think that by March 31st, PayPal stablecoin was also a part of that. This is really important, and I want everyone to know that Tether is a major contributor to Bitcoin. Most individuals are reluctant to acknowledge it. Tether has boosted the value of Bitcoin. Don't believe anything I say. You may learn this for yourself by doing a little study. Regarding their financial support, Tether is still opaque. Tether is also being delisted in the EU by Crypto.com. On the 29th, this occurred. This was made public on the 31st. As a result, Tether is being delisted on all of these significant exchanges in the EU. The MiCA rules are now to blame for this. Since US stablecoin restrictions are imminent, I wonder what will happen to them. We are aware that they will arrive soon. However, beyond of this, the XRP RLUSD AMM pool recently went live. And if we examine it, we can find that the liquidity is $1,100,000. Additionally, we could observe that the 24-hour trade volume was close to $1 million, 805 donors, roughly 1.3K swaps, and roughly 2.3K transactions. Very interesting material. Of course, this is only the beginning. I have been paying close attention to the stablecoins volume. Recently, this has been on the rise. We've reached about $14 million. In my opinion, this is a fantastic beginning, even though it may not seem like much to some people. With regard to traders, this has been rising along with the number of holdings. Approximately 1,000 traders and nearly 1,000 holdings. However, I do believe that a significant spike in RLUSD is imminent. Many will now ask, well, aren't all of these delistings for USDT technically excellent for RLUSD at this point? No, since keep in mind that we're still looking at Euro stablecoins, even though RLUSD is theoretically MiCA compliant. Although I'm considering this, I do believe that technically it's advantageous for RLUSD. In other words, USV stablecoin was supported by Societe Generale's. Note that this will be implemented on the XRP ledger this year. Although it's already available on Ethereum and Solana, I believe that the XRP ledger will see a huge increase in value due to Societe Generale's cooperation with Ripple for their custody service. As I mentioned before, this was announced back in November, but it will go live this year. What an ideal moment to launch this concurrently with the delisting of Tether, the largest stablecoin available from this market. Fascinating. As I mentioned before, the debate between Bitcoin and XRP has gotten really grating. Let's be straightforward. It has no worth. However, there are a few things we need to discuss. Here, we have number 1. The digital asset investor is the source of this now. He continues to repeat, lock in Bitcoin maxis. The Stellar Org and Ripple event is about to begin. Mosek and Yajaturn will be awful nevertheless. Once more, I won't call out Ethereum maxis, Bitcoiners, or anything like, but I will say this, once in this video, just once, the utility of Bitcoin is the main focus. Consider usefulness. Take a look at this. I had to restart the video after a second. When you consider what this is, it's really a basic technology. This technology has a source of truth, which is what it does. It is capable of carrying out smart contracts. Therefore, there is a means to pay for the things that we have written in a paper, but someone has to go check, settle, and accomplish this. In fact, that poses a serious risk to the large financial organizations that fulfill those functions. As a result, there are many traditional businesses that are only attempting to figure out how to use technology to do their current tasks. Here's an example for you. Transaction securities are settled by DTCC. Their goal is to use blockchain alone as the settlement source of truth. It should resemble atomic settlement in which the dollars transact as soon as the trade occurs and the smart contract is executed. Since that's what's going to happen in reality, at Franklin Templeton we're attempting to sit there and say, well, with this technology, imagine where you do have atomic settlement on transactions, where you don't need to validate. Usually a bank is in between to validate the two parties. When I trade with JP Morgan, I am aware that they are ensuring that the person on the other side will pay me, because you don't require that confirmation if it settles on its own. As a result, several parties are considering the implications of atomic settlement for their business model. In our instance, we developed our money market fund on the Stellar blockchain, where we maintain the records and are the only ones executing open transactions on the blockchain. Others are shadowing it. We're actually settling them on the chain. As a result, you may retain it for 5 hours after you begin to see people using this yield currency to make payments. You should receive yield for 5 hours, right? Furthermore, I will only play this small portion of the movie that I uploaded in December. Here too, pay close attention to what Jenny Johnson has to say. The biggest diversion from the impending financial services turmoil is Bitcoin. There you have it, everyone. She actually said that the biggest distraction is Bitcoin. Furthermore, the European Central Bank has confirmed that Bitcoin would not be held as reserves by the